You know what? I'm actually just completely scared as to breaking this, so let's just go ahead and use these setups with a little bit of laggy audio. Let's move the splits to the top. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Um, it has been quite some time since I've tried even running this game. Um, I think it's been about what month? I didn't realize there was overlapping, but the different kinds of blacks looked weird. Um, but yeah, I haven't tried running this in a couple of months. I took a break for a while because I just kind of wanted to learn a new game. Um, I ended up actually learning a couple of new games. I got a Wii U pretty recently, so I'll be able to start streaming that whenever I find the chords for it. Um, Sorry, I'm kind of messing with the stream like as it's going. It's just this cutscene's kind of long, so. Oh wait, that's why it looked weird. Okay. There we go. I guess shrink that down a little bit more. And move that over to here. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out how to get this audio to work, and I at least have a stream set up where the desktop is displaying the audio now. I don't really know how to get it any better than that, so I'm sorry if that quality isn't super great. But I will be trying to provide as much commentary as I can. It's been a while, so hopefully doing the commentary will spice up my memory. This is literally the first time I've even picked up this game in a couple of months. So I'm not really expecting very much out of this. This is going to bother me because I am this anal about it. Okay. Alright, so basically we're allowed to pick from any of the first 3 worlds right away. We'll be taking advantage of that. But for now we kind of just have to start the game normally. The power-ups in this level... what am I doing? The power-ups in this level are really dense, so you'll be able to get up to 4 bombs, 1 fire-up, and 3 speed-ups, if my memory serves correctly. And since this level's pretty short, that's just why we do this one first. Also, you'll see soon that the only way we can get different types of powers for this game beyond just, like, kicking and throwing bombs... Oh god. You can tell I'm so out of practice, I'm sorry. Like, stuff's kind of starting to come back, but this literally is the first time I've picked up this game in quite some time, so... Anyway, carrot bombs, sorry. To get any kind of power-up that's not just kicking and throwing the bomb, we'll need to have carrot bombs. And the first carrot bomb that we'll be getting is Antler, who will be giving us the ability to throw bombs higher and farther. You can only have the powers of the carrot bombs when they're actually equipped, so you'll see me switch back and forth throughout the run a lot on it. I'm just kind of saying this all now because once the later levels get going, I'm probably not going to be able to talk as much. Like I said multiple times now, this is me trying to refresh and get back into speedrunning this game. Shoutouts to all of the runners at SGDQ 2014 for what I caught of it, which was a decent amount. This was a really good marathon and kind of inspired me to get back into speedrunning again. Which, ironically enough, SGDQ 2013 was when I had started running this game, or shortly after, I guess. You're on a timer coming out of this, so all of this is pretty tight. That might be good. Okay, well, I lost 8 seconds, but whatever. At the speed you're at, you'll never actually be able to catch it again at the second log. You'll kind of just get caught in a loop. So it's actually better to just sit there and wait, even though it doesn't look like it. I've had to reset a couple of times, and really I'm just kind of looking to finish this run. I'm not by any means expecting it to be a good run, but I have a little bit of time off right now, so I'm kind of just trying to take advantage of having some time to learn the game again. Sorry the audio's like a little lagged behind it, but I figured having slightly laggy audio was better than having no audio at all. Okay, well, welcome back to Bomberman, I guess. So basically what happened there was something that I don't know if it only happens in my game or if it doesn't happen in the world record holders game or what, but it's something that I call disappearing feed. I don't really know what causes it. I think it's if there's too many bomb explosions on screen or something, but basically what ends up happening when you blow up some barrels is they're supposed to have feed in them to level up your Carabomb, kind of like I did at the beginning of the level. Wow, this is like the longest fucking explanation ever, I'm sorry. But the bomb explosion kind of overlaps that, and then when the bomb explosion goes away, the card goes away also. So, long story short, you basically just miss out on feeds. And it only matters on one fight, which I'm kind of expecting to have to reset at anyway. Because I always have to. I have no idea if this is faster, but I've tried to look for a consistent route for that guy for a while. And that, I think, was faster than most of the runs that I had when I was trying to like grind out world record attempts on this. So there's that, I guess. Having that 2-month break to kind of just get over the dumb mental blocks that I had in this game. I realized that I was making a lot of really dumb execution errors when I was playing this game last time. So I took a 2-month break to learn Dust Force, which is basically Execution City, more or less. Like, I'm sure there are harder games out there that require more execution. That was cool. So, interrupting myself again. The Carabomb fights in this game are basically random rock, paper, scissors matches, pretty much. The best thing you can have happen, oddly enough, is for them to pick the exact same thing as you, because then you get a special attack without any defense and a simultaneous attack, which is both people attacking you at full strength. So when that happens, you're actually able to kill Stegodon in 2 turns. Otherwise, you kind of just have to wait until... Actually, I don't remember if Stegodon goes beyond 1 round anyway. But it definitely makes a difference in Kaiman and in the future fights. So I can tell I'm rusty because I'm not quite used to the movement yet, but I'm not making as many dumb just my thumbs messing up mistakes as I was before. But I am making really dumb mistakes like that. And that. Okay. Oh my fucking god, seriously. What happened there? Okay, whatever. Rustiness. Yep. Alright, I'm gonna try for 2 cycle here, but... Yeah, buddy! So that 2 cycle is actually really fucking easy. I don't know why I always had trouble with it. So shoutouts to Kurt Q for figuring out the slight route change in the beginning of this game. When I started running this game, I just went from World 1 Level 1 to World 1 Level 2, and then went and cleared out World 2 before even touching World 3. But basically, Kirk, when he got his hands on the game, figured out that it was slightly faster to jump into World 3 first, finish that level, and then come back. So basically, oh, cool. So basically what ends up happening is you're a little bit of a higher level, and you have more speed going through World 1, Level 2, which I don't know if it's actually going to make a difference, but I will try to make it. So like I said, it's best for when the computer actually picks the exact same thing as you, because you get simultaneous attacks and stuff all the time. I'll be hoping for that. Here I'm just going to be damage boosting for a little while, and it's a lot faster than writing these stupid bubbles, as hopefully you will not see. If you do that specific movement, you keep that guy off screen just long enough to be able to use him to blow up the box. This is roughly 8 seconds faster than the record holder's strategy. Oops. Yeah. Okay, so as you can tell, I'm not quite as clean on my carrot bomb movement as I used to be, but that was pretty nice. I don't know. I think I think I really actually kind of needed a break from this game, because a lot of the mistakes I was making were really dumb mental mistakes. Okay. So the second of those three bomb throws, I'm not even gonna wait. Yes, I am. Ah, awful. Straight, straight awful. Oh my god. Okay. So obviously I'm a little rusty, and I'm sorry. My next run will be better. Um, let's just stay alive. I may actually take this dumb safety heart up here that I never take. Um, just because I'm like literally about to die from anything right now. And like I said, I kind of just wanted to finish this run. I don't really care if it's a good time or not. I just I don't remember very much of the end game of this at all. And if I get a good run in the beginning part of the game, I'm going to be pissed off if I lose it because I just forgot to practice the end. That was risky. I kind of forced myself to wait there, but that's okay. Good practice. I feel really lame for having to actually take that, but whatever. Because that would have killed me. I'm probably going to lose this run to Pterodon anyway, because I'm already at -3 for feeds, and that's kind of bad. But that could have been faster if I trusted myself more. But I don't. Pretty sure you're not supposed to be able to do this, but yeah, I kind of expected that. Oh my god, I just realized that the stupid red border's been around for the past 20 minutes. I'm so sorry. I should actually probably try to switch my back top to this dumb, like, pseudo black instead of the truer black on the side. This boss is actually really annoying when you have slightly laggy audio. No, get back here. Fuck. Fuck. Son of a bitch. Bop, bop. I didn't really think I lost that much time off of that. That kind of sucks. Gotta save time wherever I can. Wow, that was much easier than I remember being. Thank you, Dust Force, for upping my reflexes, I guess. Alright, so just getting screwed over on every feed possible. Welcome back to Bomberman Generation. Screen shake. I gotta adjust the resolution on my screen after this run. The screen seems pretty bright. Although, honestly, I'm kind of afraid to because I'm really kind of afraid to just lose audio altogether. Yeah, buddy. So Kurt Q goes up there. I don't like doing that. That's not gonna work. Come on, lucky timing. Alright, that wasn't bad. Those seesaws only let you across if they're, like, literally touching, like, pixel to pixel. So you can kind of get stuck there for an annoyingly long time. I've gotten stuck there for up to like probably like 6 or 7 different times of them going up and down. So getting stuck for 3 is not terrible. Oh, okay. Like, that was actually a really good 2-4, but I was not expecting it to be a gold. That's really funny. I'm going to lose a lot of time in here, though, because I don't think I'm going to hit level 17 by the time I get this next feed. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm just barely level 16. Oh, no. Really? Okay, well, I'm going for it then, because I'm down a lot of time anyway, so did not need to do that. That was a waste of a couple seconds. Alright, perfect. That is actually exactly what I wanted to have happen. As long as he doesn't outspeed me next turn, actually, which I don't think he will. Okay. Okay, that's perfect. Thank God. So the worst thing he can do, which he really likes to do, especially if you're not level 17, is used first move on the second turn. Antler has shit defense, so he basically just gets completely floored. But he has really good special, so you're actually able to kind of tank a lot more of his hits than you'd expect. Obviously, you're pretty under-leveled for that fight, but you need him. I guess I didn't actually explain that, by the way. The reason we're hopping... Really? The reason we're hopping back into this world was specifically to get Pterodon, which is the reason why the run's pretty much like over if you don't win that fight. I think the world record currently actually has you having to fight him twice, so there's that. But the world record is extremely... Like, it should have been beaten by now. I just... I had way too many mental blocks, like, whenever I was running this game before. Apparently. I don't know. It was the first game I had picked up, so I guess it makes sense. Like, this is the... this is the most stressful gaming thing I had known for a while, in terms of, like, execution and stuff. Then, like I said, I started playing Dust Force, and that changed pretty quickly. So, moral of this run, I guess, is go buy Dust Force. Hey, look at me actually remembering to switch, too. Bomb stun? Yeah, buddy. Okay, well, I messed up that last bomb kick, but this level otherwise went amazingly well. I was honestly expecting to die right there after I said that. Sweet. Well... That should show you how much RNG actually like helps / hurts this run, because this run's right back on pace to PB already. I forgot it. Oh, wow. Seriously? That is literally the best Carabomb luck I think I could get if he actually matches me on the next turn, I guess. I forgot it's turn 2 that actually matters more. turn 1 matching's cool, but it doesn't really matter very much. Um, okay, but I killed him anyway, so... Carabombs for the run officially went as fast as possible this run, which is nice. I thought I was getting screwed out on feeds, but maybe I'm not, and I just need to... Thought I blew those up, but whatever. Okay, so let's get this, and this. I forgot you had to be on this platform in order to save a couple seconds, so that was my bad. I'm really, like, I want to say this is a good run, but the run doesn't really even start until the next level, because most of my runs, I would say about 70 or 80% of my runs, like, die to this upcoming boss. And I'm not going to be at full health unless this penguin drops health. I'm going to give it a shot. Okay, I'm actually probably going to kill these upcoming penguins just because I really want to be at full health for this boss. And I hope that they'll drop something. Nope. Whatever. I wonder if you could throw a bomb across right there and save a little bit of time. Saved 0.1 seconds. Woo. Well, that was easier than I remember it being, at least. So that's cool. Again, shoutouts to Kurt Q for that strat, because most of my previous runs, before he started running the game at least, would get out of this part at about 17 seconds or so. Thanks to Kurt's run, if you do it cleanly, you can actually get through there in about 11. I kind of forgot what I was doing at first, but I guess that's to be expected when I'm shaking off the rust still. Alright. Come over here, guys. Alright. Already glitching out. I forgot that these guys don't actually 100% follow you. Alright, 2 glitched hits already. That's fucking wonderful. Fuck, that wasted a lot of fucking time. Whatever. Just get out of the way of all the other missiles. Worth it. Alright, so after he does this attack and restocks the guys, I was kind of hoping he wasn't going to do this attack before um, before Max would kick in, but that's fine. So basically, now Max is going to come in and do a heart of damage. This is the reason why we got the 5 lightning cards. You can see how long it kind of takes to damage this boss, so sitting through this cutscene is actually worth it. You can do this in at least the first 3 stages, as far as I know. I've tried to do it in World 4, and it doesn't work the same. Like, it either requires more lightning cards or a different setup or something. Didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. This boss actually gets significantly easier in the second part. Because he, like, snaps to you, which is, I guess, supposed to be more difficult, but it's a lot easier to manipulate the missiles and stuff when you could just position them behind him. That actually ended up being a really good fight, even though I got screwed over by the boss on the first 2 phases. I'm probably going to lose a little bit of time from my PB. I don't know why the TV's been so loud, I'm sorry. That's probably fine. Yeah, so I'm probably going to lose about 40 seconds or so. That's all RNG. There was nothing I could have done about that. I put the bombs in the right spots in the beginning, and sometimes the boss, like, on the way back in, the hitbox just kind of, like, breaks for a frame, I guess. And unfortunately, it's the frame, like, right before it gets in. So the bomb just ends up sitting in front of him, and even though the radius of it should technically hit him, like the bomb explosion or whatever, it doesn't count. Like, the only way you can damage that boss is if he eats the bomb, which is kind of unfortunate. But I'm pretty happy with this run so far, actually. Mainly because I got through that fucking boss on my first shot. I was really afraid of the run ending there. And before I stopped streaming for a while, I had a little bit of an RNG setup for this guy. I'm going to try to do it, but I don't think it's going to go well. Basically, the deal with this guy is he has 3 different attacks. You want him dashing across the stage back and forth as fast as possible. It's not his fastest attack, but it's the easiest attack to manipulate. If you could manipulate his fastest attack every time, it'd be the weird, like, orange hover thing, which hopefully I'll get to show off too. If he laughs and flies away and carpet bombs, that's bad. You don't want that. But that twister attack is the best attack like, ideally you want him doing that every time. Um, but doing this attack's not that bad either, because he only dashes across the stage 5 times, or 5 or 7 times. I guess it's random. But once he gets down to 2 hearts, it's extremely important to manipulate him. It's not really as important in the first part, but you basically just want him doing this as much as possible. Nah, not that. Okay. So I was kind of trying to avoid jinxing it by not talking about it, but he has this attack, which obviously takes up a bunch of time, and there's nothing you can really do but just sit here and wait. He does this either 2 or 3 times. I got nice luck, I guess. It's not nice luck to even have that attack, but it's nice enough luck. God damn it. Okay. So sometimes standing in that corner manipulates him into doing the dash attack back and forth. I haven't really entirely figured out what it is. I thought it was positioning based on the board, but I don't really think that it is. There has to be some way to manipulate him, though, because there definitely are times where you can manipulate him to not even do this attack at all. Obviously, it's worse if he has to do it more than twice, which is also possible. Um, okay. That was weird. I like hit him with the bomb as he came vulnerable, so it like hit him twice. It had a weird sound effect. None of the voice acting in this game makes any fucking sense. It's wonderful. Eh. That doesn't actually save any time, but it's kind of cool to get it from across the way if you can. This level's probably going to be very sloppy, and just sorry in advance, because there's a lot of really like subtle movement in this level. Right here, we're actually getting the one and only Carabomb fusion that we have in the run. There are a ton of these throughout the game, and I guess there could be a category for getting all the Carabombs or whatever. But honestly, there's not even enough people that run any percent in this game. It'd be really cool if other people did, because there are kind of a couple categories that could be made from the game. Like, obviously, finding all the lightning cards and stuff. But that's why I'm trying to get a little bit better at the game again, because people aren't going to really want to play it if the record isn't... I don't know. Like, obviously, shoutouts to Kirk for having the record this long, but it's just kind of annoying because even he admits that there's like a ton of time to be saved or whatever, but it's just there's so much RNG in this game that it's really hard to improve on the time. Like, either most runs end up either being like really good execution that play in spite of the shittiest RNG ever, or the exact opposite. And it's kind of just annoying that, like, this game isn't at least a little bit nicer about the RNG sometimes. Yeah. So I swear that game's glitched. Like, there's some times where those boulders look way too fucking close for you to squeeze by the side. But if you go around the other way, you just instantly die. If you hug the wall right there, you're able to get past that guy without him turning. Third time's the charm, I guess. Get over here, guy. Get over here, guy. As far as I know, there's nothing you can do about that one. I've tried to hug the corner right there, and I've never been able to get it. And those guys just will always get in your fucking way unless you kill them, so it's just easier to blow everything up. I'm actually, like, extremely surprised that this level went as well as it did, actually. Oh, forgot I didn't blow that up on the way down. Another gold. This is ridiculous. This run, I don't get it at all. Maybe it's just because I really, like, don't give a shit at all, finally. I like using that guy as a glitch when I can. Yeah. Speaking of glitch. I'm just going to take that hit because it's really fucking annoying not to. I think that's good enough. That's probably the hardest part of the level right there, honestly, because it's kind of hard to tell. Like, the bomb has to be, like, half blue, half brown, I guess. Where are you? You're right on top of it, you son of a bitch. I'm just not going to take that hit. I will take that one, though. And there's no way you can avoid this text box. I've actually avoided a significant amount of text boxes in this level. I haven't really been talking because I've been trying to make sure I don't mess up, because this is another level that I just made a lot of dumb mistakes in all the time. But all of those weird bomb throws and bomb setups that I was doing were basically just to make sure that I didn't get dumb, unnecessary text boxes, more or less. I'm going to grab the safety heart up on top right before the end of the level, just because I'm a little scared of the manipulations in the next fight. You know what? Let's use ice, because why not? Ice is nice. You gonna eat those? Okay. Honestly, right there, it's just easier to let that guy glitch through. Like, the first time I just did it just to see if I could do it again. But the second time it's actually easier to do it because that guy's always going to be in front. There's really nothing you can do about it. So it's just easier to assume he's going to be in the way. Oops, I didn't mean to blow that up. Actually, I guess I did, because it's not really any different. That might have actually been a lot faster. Because why wouldn't I save over a minute in that level randomly? Okay, switch to Antler. Alright, I remember it's definitely better to run diagonally through these guys right here. Because, if I remember right, it sets him up and automatically triggers his first hit. God, that was fucking perfect manipulation, though. He only did one more attack than he needed to, so... I mean, it technically wasn't perfect or whatever, but that was a lot better than I was expecting it to go. So basically what you can do for that to get him to automatically do the smashing attack, which is the only attack you can hit him on, for the first heart, you basically need to stand in like the radius around him that you would normally be able to bomb throw it in, and for the second part, you need to stand in the antler distance bomb throw. Sorry, this part is technical also. Fuck. He turned a little bit. There was nothing I could have done about that one. Stop running away. So by hitting in between these red dots on his mask... Okay, I should have seen that coming. I'm pretty sure he always does that at one heart, and I just forgot about it. Damn. Okay, so that actually went very well. I was pretty nervous for that fight, but that ended up going about as good as I could have hoped for it to. Okay. So the last source of, like, hardcore RNG in this run, like, there's little bits throughout, but the last source of hardcore RNG isn't going to be until the World 4 boss. So pretty much everything from here until then is just straight execution. This run is going a lot better than I expected it to, though. Like, even if it... Yeah. I'm just gonna stop talking. So you can mash here, but it doesn't actually, like, save any time. But that one moving on text box that just showed up, if you... I don't exactly know what you have to press, but I've had a couple of runs where I've, like, loaded the text too fast and it only loaded the M. So I think if you press A to load the text and then B to, like, cancel loading it or something. Something like that. Okay, so I'm not gonna go for it. I need to save my time. I need to stop trying to... Yeah, I messed it up right there anyway. I think. So there's a way to get early lily pad right here, which is basically where you can cross here a little bit earlier than you're supposed to be able to. And I missed it. That's okay. It doesn't actually cost that much time to miss it. It's just kind of annoying because you have to stand on this really narrow platform. But basically you can cross right here a little bit earlier. than you're supposed to. I went for it because I'm kind of far ahead, and like I said, this is still a warm-up run. I did not know it was possible to make it across that without using Antler. That's actually extremely fucking helpful information. Awesome. So this level actually didn't, or at least the first part of it, didn't really go all that well, but whatever. Not everything can go right in a run. So that's probably the first time you've actually seen me have to switch bombs in the run, I think. Water bombs are the only bombs that you can use in water, and you'd think you would use this more in the game, but it's literally just this level. Also, shoutouts to the boss randomly spawning right there. If you stay back here and charge up a bomb, and then just detonate it. I didn't actually even have to detonate it that time because the water automatically blows up bombs. I have no explanation for why I lost 30 seconds in that level before. Okay, so I will be very happy if I hit the next trick that I'm trying to hit. It won't be too bad if I don't, but I will be very happy if I can. But first, this boss. The attacks that he does are RNG, and I haven't really figured out how to manipulate him to do anything in particular. I don't think there's really a way. But it doesn't really matter as much compared to the other bosses, because that's the longest attack that he has. Compared to everyone else, that's nothing. I mean, ideally, I guess you want him doing that one because he stays still too, but it's not the end of the world if he does anything else. God damn it, he started running right after. You gonna run towards me again? No. This isn't going very well. Alright. I was basically just waiting for him to do that, and the fact that he waited a minute into the fight to do it really threw me off, apparently. Okay, so that went awfully, but whatever. Even that fight going awfully, it only wastes like 20 seconds tops. I guess a little bit more than 20 seconds, but whatever. Of course, I got every single fucking lightning card without trying, because waste all the time, I guess. This is an odd run. I'm like gaining time in all the places I used to have trouble and losing time in all the places that I used to have no problem with. Okay, so coming up is a skip found by Kirk. Major shoutouts to him, because this saves about 40 seconds if you pull it off right. Fuck yeah! Alright, so that saves about 40 seconds through 2 text boxes and just navigating. But the 2 text boxes load so fucking slowly. I don't know if the world record run actually hit that or not. I don't think it did. I think he tried hitting it twice and then fell. if I remember right. It's been a very long time since I've seen the world record run of this, but alright, I am just happy to have hit that, honestly. Because that was something that I definitely wanted to practice a bit more. Whatever. Oh my fucking god. So, the hitboxes on these boulders are obviously completely fucking stupid. So make sure when you're doing this to drop the bomb behind you. Normally, that doesn't make a difference, but it does. So, yeah. So aside from that dumb mistake, this level, the level part of it at least, went really well. I'm going to try to do a weird setup here. Place a bomb, and then kick it into the fight, and hit the trigger, and you'll load a little bit farther ahead than you were before. And what you can do then is just blow that up, charge a bomb, run into him, and then blow that up. So all the time I'm losing now is the time that I lost because I had to go back and do that boulder again, pretty much. And I lagged a little bit on the setup because I was a little nervous, but... So I would have lost probably a good 40, 50 seconds at least had I not hit that trick, so I'm glad that I did. I don't know if I have enough time, but I'm going to try. Okay, cool. It's actually a really tight window to make it past that part. I've never actually tried to make it past there and without stopping before, and I think I actually could have had I timed it better. Get out of here, bomb. No one needs you. Right, left, right. Nope. Okay. So I actually kind of have to be careful in this fight, because I have not very much health. It's not really all that difficult, but I just need to make sure I'm not being dumb. That's really weird that it didn't do that for the first one that I blew up. It normally does that little cutscene thing for the first cave that you implode, but it didn't do it for some reason. Okay, so that was actually a pretty good level overall, because I remembered more averaging close to 117 or 118 when I was doing that before. Or that exact time, I guess. So this boss is a pain in the ass if you just go through this game normally and actually play him like as the first boss in the game. But if you play him with full speed and remote control bombs, he's a fucking joke. Just run diagonally back here to get him to start chasing you, which the game expects or doesn't expect for some reason. And you can just keep running around in circles and dropping bombs down at your at your whim, basically. This game was even nice enough to trace a circle for you to run around right here. If you basically just follow this dirt path in a circle all the way around, it's a path where you'll never get hit, your bombs won't get knocked away, and you can hit them. If you actually let that guy fight you, normally he's really fucking annoying because he just starts kicking his legs everywhere and all of the bombs just go flying way farther than they're supposed to. It's kind of like World 1 Level 3 where the boss does the weird swinging attack thing and the bombs get knocked away. Basically that, but for the entire boss. It's kind of a nightmare, actually. It's a really difficult first boss.
Area clear!
Bomberman, can you hear me? It's me, Professor Ein. I see you were able to retrieve the third bomb element. I would like to say good work, but we're not in a position for that now. The Higgy bandits have obtained the rest of the bomb elements. And it has been reported that they are headed for their secret base at Neki Moon. Time is of the essence. Pursue them now! Get those bomb elements back! Their traps will surely be more complicated now. And there may be even stronger foes waiting. You'll need the help of Carabombs and Attribute Bombs. Good luck, Bomberman.
My A button was sticking a lot during that, but whatever. Sorry. So I like how the game doesn't even mention the fact that those items even exist until this point. Like, normally what ends up happening on your first playthrough of this game, because you don't really think it's important, is you skip all the minigames and stuff, and then you don't realize until you get... Oh my god. You don't realize until you get to World 4 that it's actually, like, required to finish the game. It's not required to finish the game, like there's all kinds of creative puzzles or anything, which is really disappointing, because I feel like they could have done a lot with, like, all of the creative stuff that you could do with the bombs. But instead, most of it's just, like, really simple switch puzzles and stuff, as you'll see. You have to wait for those lasers to dissolve all the way before you can cross through them. I didn't actually waste as much time there as it looked like I did. These switches take fucking forever to switch around. So see, I wasn't even able to enter it until a couple of seconds after anyway, which is the reason why I went for that quarter heart. Just if you were wondering. It's slightly faster because the switches take so long to kick that one down first. Otherwise, you just get stuck waiting a couple of seconds for the switch to go. This is a modified version of the... Damn it. This is a modified version of the bomb jump that I did in World 1 Level 4, but it's not really going as well. Really? Okay. That was not as hard as I made it look. It just didn't really go very well. This minigame, however, is a nightmare. So I won't be talking during it. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Okay. And okay, thank God. Okay. So, that game is a nightmare because anytime you hold any direction, you move forward. You can't stop, so you're always slightly moving forward. You can only throw one bomb at a time, and you can't throw your bomb until the explosion of the previous bomb is completely gone. Which doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but seeing as how you're always moving forward and the bomb explosion radius is so fucking small, it basically makes that entire mini game like way, way more precise than it needs to be. And speaking of way more precise than it needs to be, stand inside here and then just do a straight throw up. Stand inside of here and do a straight throw up to start the fight. Switch back to P-Dragon and rotate your camera to here after you hit that switch. And you have an opportunity for a quick kill if you can do it. Okay, I almost messed it up because he almost started going again, but as you can see, the positioning on that is very precise, so it's really finicky, actually. That one just takes a lot of practice. I thought I was going to lose more time than that, but I'm really happy with only losing a second. I must have really messed up that other bomb jump. So there's not really a whole lot to talk about in this fight, except to get your first bomb set up as fast as possible. I haven't really talked about it a whole lot this run, but I'm going to now because this guy's really fucking annoying. A lot of the cycles in this game are all set to 4 seconds, which includes Bomberman's charging time, how long the bombs take to blow up, and most like boss attacks and stuff. So basically, like the boss will always hit you slightly before the bombs charge, or the bombs fully charge, or the bomb blows up, just by design, I guess. But if you get it set up on one of the first couple frames, it kind of throws it off, because then it just makes everything really easy. To dodge this machine gun attack, you have to start moving after... Okay, because I'm low on health, I'm not going to try to drop another bomb out until now. Ah, shit. Whew, that was close. He actually started doing the one attack that would have hit me from that range, too. Alright, and probably the hardest... Well, was one of the hardest, actually. I don't know if it still is the hardest. It was one of the hardest levels for me. I always think that that one's a yellow switch where you have to put a bomb down, but it's really just a green switch. Whatever. I'm like really low on health in this level, which is the only thing that's really worrying me. Really? Which is the only thing that's really worrying me at this point. You're supposed to put a bomb down here, but you can skip that by just running across. It's easier to blow these up from down here. So, personal preference, but I like to do it from here instead of trying to do it from up here. It's just kind of a nightmare that way. You need a big bomb to get across here. Put that down here. Oops. Luckily, it's not a big deal if you miss this first jump up. I'm going to set the bomb down again, though. You kind of have to like let go of running for that one. It's really awkward. And for this one, basically run to the highlight of that part and then just run forward. And do the same thing for this one. Shoutouts to Kirk for... well, I don't really know if it was Kirk who found the setup or just he found it first, but I was watching his record run and noticed that it was a lot easier than I was making it out to be. Don't know what I'm doing, though. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 6. And 1, 2, fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So chalk that all up to rust, because that's 100% what that was. And again, highlight, run, jump. Those fire guys are actually invulnerable to anything but water, which will be important on the World 5 boss. But is just kind of worth noting now, I guess. Where's wind? There's wind. God damn it. So, it's actually better to trigger this little cutscene first, and then basically trigger both those cutscenes at the same time. I obviously lost a lot of time in that level because I was rusty. I was afraid of that, though, so whatever. And 2-minute cutscene before RNG boss from hell. I keep thinking there's a way to manipulate this guy, but I'm really not sure. The only theory I have so far that I'm going off of is that standing directly behind him at a certain point in his attack animation seems to trigger his venting attack more often than not. But really, it doesn't seem to matter most of the time. Like, most of these fights end up taking upwards of 3 minutes anyway. No idea why that cutscene needed to be that long. You have to be careful about exploding your bomb a little too early on this guy also. Okay, so I was actually expecting him to do this attack sooner, so it's kind of cool that he waited this long to do it at least. I was kind of hoping he would have let me attack him after that, though. He normally overheats after that attack. See, you can think this fight's going well, and then he just decides to not want to be hit for like 30 seconds. Like, it's literally been 20 seconds since I've been able to hit him. This is always what ends up happening. You like think you're having a good fight against this guy, and then he just nah. Because then he starts doing this, where he just will do the sword attack whenever. Okay, well, under 3 minutes for that's still pretty good, so I'm pretty happy with that. Um, I probably at least made up all of the time I lost in 4-3, I would guess. Um, I don't think I made up a whole lot more than that, but I at least made up all of the time that I stupidly lost there. So that was the last like major source of RNG in the run. Um, all of the other bosses from here on out are manipulatable, and from what I remember, there's not technically any randomness left from any of the stages.
As was rumored, the Higgy abandoned Space Fortress Magistar just materialized and has taken the rest of the bomb elements away. Overally has psychic powers. Presumably, he is in the Magistar. You must do everything in your power to retrieve the bomb elements. You must infiltrate the Magistar and recover them. You can do it, Bomberman.
Really? Oh, I thought I would be gaining time, but apparently I am losing time. Oh well, at least I'm not losing a lot of time. Or just run carefully. This is probably the most precise level in terms of actual like movement in tight corridors and stuff. There's not really a whole lot of that in this game, so I guess there's not really a lot of competition or anything, but I don't know, it's just kind of fun because there's lots of like really minor movements, like right here where you have to try to manipulate the guys to fire in front of you. I normally mess that up, so that's kind of cool. I normally don't mess this up though, so that just basically wasted all the time that I gained. Go figure. Yep. I'm pretty sure that's the only time you actually need light bombs in any percent. Use them a lot more if you're trying to get all the lightning cards, but I'm pretty sure that's the only time you use them in any percent. And if you time this right, you'll never actually get hit by these things. If you just start running while the last firebomb's in the air, they can't actually adjust to where you are. This boss isn't really that difficult at all. You just have to disable shields and blow them up. You can save a little bit of time on both of them by actually putting the big bomb down first. I just kind of messed it up when I was doing it last time. I'm like slowly gonna lose all of the time that I gained earlier. How wonderful. I guess that means my next run's gonna be okay, but I made sure to remember that you can actually hit him during that. And yes, for some reason this is a guy. Even though it clearly is not. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. And drop and get blown up anyway. Okay, whatever. I meant to run out of there before that, but that's okay. Now you run down. The radius for that attack is like stupidly big, so you have to be like very careful. Because you don't have enough time to charge another bomb before he recovers. You have a lot of time to set up the bomb throw, though, so that's why it's better to be careful. Yeah. Let's see if that bomb can survive his ultimate attack. Yes. Unfortunately, there's no time you can actually hit him during that, but I ran a lot closer to him than I thought I was going to, but whatever. Let's see if I can lay 2 bombs over here. Nah. Ah, shit. Okay. Pretty sure I lost a lot of time here in like every single run that I've ever had, so I really just wanted to play that fight super safe. Shoutouts to more really shitty voice acting. Good God. Apparently, not only did I suck at that every other time I played that level, I never did that boss fight right. Once. In well over 34 runs, actually, because this is like the 3rd or 4th split program I've used since starting to run this game. Stopping the box. Ho! So if you follow my enemy movement in this level, you'll notice that it's a lot easier to set up bombs. Um, those UFO guys are kind of complete dicks, so I had to come up with my own enemy manipulation and stuff. Um, so you'll see me kind of like run around in little circles around them to try to get them to fire off a little bit lower than they think they're firing. Um, just gives me just enough time to get by. Fuck. Fuck. Whatever. As you can see, once you start manipulating the enemies, it's not like this level's really that difficult. The only reason this level's hard is because the enemies just constantly get in your fucking way. Oh my god, did I set that up right for once? Fuck yes. Okay. I'm gonna play this fight super safe because I know I've lost a shitload of time here also. There's ways to do this faster, but fuck that because this fight sucks. Okay, so even though that fight didn't look like it really went that well, that actually isn't too bad. Obviously, it's better to get it sooner than it rotating again, but it's really easy to get caught in a loop where you're like just right behind that, and it's really hard to kind of break out of it. So I'm glad I was able to move a little bit faster than I had before. Fun fact, actually, if you come back and play this level again, you actually have to run all the way to where Bomberman ran to. If you play this through the first time, you don't have to at all. Um, and I'm assuming this boss is supposed to be hard, but it's actually kind of a very welcome break before a kind of tricky end boss. So just make sure you switch to water bombs and ignore the fact that these wings don't have a hitbox at all. Oh, but that is the first time I've ever seen him even remotely try to attack me, so apparently he's picked up his game since I last left. But yeah, I'm assuming this boss is a lot harder. Um, let me rephrase that. I'm assuming they meant for this boss to be a lot harder, but they completely forgot to give the wings a hitbox. I don't. I have a feeling this game was super rushed during development or something because the end of this game is just kind of a buggy nightmare, more or less. Um, like, there's no reason for Bomberman to just pass through here without even at least getting like they made a lot of really weird design choices in this game. Like, there's some times where you run into a boss and you take no damage. And then there's sometimes where you'll run into a boss and take like a full heart. And then there's this boss where the giant fire wings that are supposed to be the big, like, deterrent or whatever don't even have a hitbox at all. So you can just run around him in circles. Um, I don't know. There's a lot of really like there's a lot of really simple enemy manipulation in this game actually. Like I guess they just didn't really think that anyone would be trying to manipulate it that hard. Maybe they didn't care or whatever. But this game's significantly easier to speedrun than it is to casually play, I think. Because once you learn the boss manipulations, it's basically just learning where to move in the levels and adapting to adapting to enemy RNG and stuff. Um, I did not notice that both 5-2 and 5-3 splits were gold. That's really funny. Apparently, I had better endgame practice than I thought I did. It was just random levels that tripped me up throughout the run. For some reason, Dr. Ein dies there. I've never been able to figure out why, because he comes back perfectly fine at the end of the game to narrate the end game. Um, I guess he just had a bad cough during that text box or something. I don't know. Alright, so the end is just Armor Joe. You basically have to blow up certain checkpoints to get to the end, or the final boss fight. The final boss fight is entirely manipulatable. I probably won't be talking very much during it, but if it goes right, it can go that way every single time, like very easily. I actually probably won't be talking at all once the final boss fight starts. I want to, but this is the first time I've played this game in like 2 months, so I really just kind of want to finish. I didn't notice that his lips don't even bother moving at all during that entire last part. That's really funny. Like, I don't even think the audio is that far off. I think the lip syncing is just that bad. So the cannon above you will actually be deactivated until you kill this one. Run up here to kind of get it to turn to the side a little bit, and then you can run past it. This is another one of those enemies that you can run into and not take any damage. So you can actually use that as an invulnerability period and blow yourself up still while you're within the radius. For this part, just put a bomb down here and then run and trigger that guy. It's a lot easier than trying to run around this part. I'm probably going to try to do it for this first part just because I already have a big bomb, but nice. I didn't think I'd be able to make that. That was a bad decision on my part. I shouldn't have stood right in front of there. And these guys will all disappear now. Because I am very terrified of this fight not going well, I'm going to grab a safety heart just to get back up to full health for now. Same kind of thing, run up diagonally, and that guy doesn't hit you. And then you can run right here. And if you place it right, hit all three guys. I guess I didn't place it right, but it's fine. These guys don't move, so you can just stand here. And 135 is not bad. Something closer to like 130 would probably be ideal, but I wanted to play it safe because I haven't played this end boss in a while. Yeah, like I don't even really think the audio's that far off because I've kind of adjusted to it already. It's just the lip syncing in this game is in fact that bad. The voice acting is some of the worst I think I've ever heard in a game. But it's still a really fun game, so I would recommend playing it, even though I've been trashing on it this entire time. So for this first part, you have to have light bombs, and then after that, you have to switch to water bombs, and that's all I'm really going to be able to say during this fight. And then after this hit, he's going to be entering his final phase, where you can hit him a couple of times if you just keep him spinning around in circles. You can hit him once during the fireball volley, once during the laser attack, and then once while he's recovering. If you wanted to play it even riskier, you could probably hit him more. Sweet. Feels good to PB after literally not picking up that game in 2 months. I hope I gave okay commentary during it. I was trying to trying to emulate my best SGDQ run, I guess. I don't know. I felt inspired. Bonus stream still going on. I've been watching it on my Wii U while I've been playing this on my actual GameCube. So, if I could get a run with as good of execution as I was having in the levels before my break, in addition to the levels that I did well this time, I could... Well, actually, let's see. What's my sum of bests? No, let me save this first. Oops. Okay, well, whatever. Basically, I still have another 5 minutes that I can shave off of this if everything goes right, I guess. Obviously, not everything is going to go that right, but it is possible for world record, which I guess is good to know. Good to keep going. I don't know if I'm really going to have a whole lot of time to be streaming in the upcoming months and stuff. I'm going to be babysitting my brother and working, I think. But it was nice to pop back on and deliver something. I'm honestly pretty happy with this run, actually. There were a couple of really dumb mistakes, especially in the beginning, just because I wasn't really expecting to PB on my warm-up run, but it's kind of cool that I was able to, I guess. I'm going to take a break for a couple of minutes and clean up a little bit, but I'll be back to do another run, hopefully to PB again. So stay tuned if you're watching. And thanks if you're watching, by the way. I don't have a chat pulled up or anything. So yeah, my sum of best is a 140-136, which I believe is about 4 minutes faster than the world record. That would be a pretty ridiculous run if I got that, though, because that's also the run. Basically, that would include the best possible RNG or close to it for most of the bosses. Because I've at least gotten good RNG on all the bosses at least once for these splits. But yeah. I'll leave this here for a little bit. I'm going to clean up for a bit, but thanks for watching, guys.